Hi, I'm Tony. Welcome to Sports Bike Shop's review of the Kriega US Drypack range. Now, we're a bit late to the party in reviewing the Kriega US Drypack series, but you know, better late than never. I've got plenty of personal experience of US Drypacks, but I just haven't sorted a full review until now. We have reviewed the US 40, that came out in 2022, but it's quite different to the design of these other dry packs. There's a link to that review in the description below if you want to head off and watch that one. But getting back to these bags, I think this really is one of motorcycling's classic designs. The US Drypacks are versatile, waterproof, they're made with precision and classy materials, and they come with the backup of a 10-year warranty as well. And the customer feedback is very impressive. An average rating of 4.92 from more than 220 reviews shows how highly the owners think of these bags. The name tells you the capacity in litres. It's 5 litres for a US 5, up to 30 litres for the US 30. It gives you a flexible luggage solution that's not specific to any particular bike. So when you get a new bike, you won't have to get a new bag. I've been able to secure my own US 20 to every bike I've wanted to put it on, and I've had that bag since 2007. The main compartment of all 4 sizes of bag is waterproof as long as you keep the top rolled up and clicked shut. Waterproof liners are secured into the bag with Velcro and they're removable. If one wears through, you can buy a new liner, and as we record this, the cost for those ranges from £10 for a US 5 liner up to £19 for a US 30 liner. When you're packing these bags, just be careful not to have hard edges pushed tight against the side of the bag, or you could possibly cause damage to that liner. Of the very few criticisms we have from owners, a lack of sections within that main compartment is probably the main criticism. Sometimes you do have to pull everything out to be able to find one thing, which can make life a bit awkward, and for that reason I try and keep things at the top that I might want to get to while I'm out on the road. Once you've loaded up, you just roll the top over 3 times, fasten 3 clips, and then you're waterproof. With all the variations of Drypack, there's a zipped pocket on top of the bag for easier access to your stuff. These sections aren't waterproof. They do a reasonable job of keeping out rain, but still, when it's raining, it's best not to keep stuff in here that could be damaged if it gets wet. The method of attaching the Drypacks to a bike has changed over the years because we're riding different bikes these days to the ones we rode when this was conceived back in the 2000s. It still goes on the pillion seat or the rack, but nowadays you fix subframe loops to the bike. There are various ways that you can fit those loops to racks or under the pillion seat. The bags come with 4 straps, which have a click buckle at one end and then a metal hook at the other end. You feed these hooks into those loops on the bike, pull the strap tight from this end, and then use these retainers to stop the loose end from flapping about. When you want to take the bag off, unhook those straps from the bike and feed them into these loops on the bag, which will stop those hooks clanging around as you walk off. For carrying it, there's a shoulder strap supplied with this US 20 and also the US 30, but nothing with the US 5 or the US 10. I tend to get hold of the bag by one of the side buckles and carry it like this. But if I could change one thing about the design of these bags, it would be to just add a dedicated carrying handle. Another mark of the versatility of these Drypacks is the ability to use the first bag as a platform to add more bags. Loops on the bags, these ones at the bottom, allow you to attach smaller bags on top of larger ones, giving you extra carrying capacity. If you did this, for the biggest possible setup would be a US 20 on either side of a US 30, which gives you a combined 70 litres of storage. We connected a 30, a 20 and a 10 for this video just to show how it works. That's not ideal in the real world. Be careful to distribute the weight evenly if you do go down that route, as uneven weight can upset a bike's handling quite a lot. You can also stack the bags. A US 20 or smaller can go on top of a 30, and a 10 or a 5 can go on a 20 like this. One of the main things that makes Kriega stand out though is the build quality, which is brilliant. If you like nice things, then you'll like Kriega. The materials are excellent, the craft that goes into making them is at least as good as that, and their customer support really is top of the pile. We've had great experience of how Kriega look after their customers, with very, very impressive backing from that 10-year guarantee. Admittedly, the US Drypacks aren't cheap. It's 85 quid for a US 5, up to £169 for a US 30 as we record this, but they last. I've had my US 20 for 17 years. The design's changed a bit over those years, but it still works perfectly and it's still in good nick. Now, if I'm pretty mean with what I take, I can do a weekend away with a US 20. I reckon the extra space in a 30 would give me enough room for a week away. Again, as long as I wasn't too luxuriant with what I took. My US 20 is a bag that I've always got to hand because I never know when I might need to fix it to a bike and cart some stuff around. I've always found a way of attaching it to any bike I've had at the time, and it's always kept my stuff safe and dry. The modular solution of connecting various sizes of bag gives good flexibility for trips of different lengths as well. If you can stretch to one, I'd say a US dry pack is the sort of luggage every rider would love to have available to them. Once you've got one bag, you'll very possibly end up adding more, as riders who've gone down this route tend to realise just how good Kriega's kit is and then add more of it to their collection. I hope that tells you everything you wanted to know about the Kriega US Drypacks, but if there is anything you'd like to ask or to add, then please pop a comment below. Thanks for watching.